Last week when I spoke, I talked about an experience I had over the weekend in visiting an open house and how amazed I was at the lack of what I would consider preparation or professionalism involved when I was greeted with, "Would you like a brochure? Feel free to look around." And not another question was asked. And you say, why does that bother me? Well, it bothers me for one primary reason. When someone hires you as a salesperson or as a doctor or as a lawyer, insurance salesman, financial consultant, whatever it might be, they're expecting a certain performance from you based on your promise of how professional you are, your promise on how you run your business. And for me, I don't think that the homeowner of the listing would be happy with the promise of how that was handled. I don't think the agent would be happy if they sat back and thought about it. But the question I want to ask any of you is, what is your promise? What can I expect from you? What should I be able to expect from you? What do you want me to believe about you and your promise to be the best person to represent me in listing my home? You say, "I'm going to hold an open house." Well, what's your promise in holding the open house? That I'll do it 2 Sundays a month? Is that the extent of the promise? Because you see, the promise affects your brand. In fact, in my opinion, your brand is made by your promise. People respect what you do, they hire you. They don't respect what you do, they don't hire you. So here's the question. When you decide as a real estate salesman, which this happened to be, what is the promise that you think you're giving to that client? Is it to be the best you can be? Is it to put somebody there that's not well informed and perhaps maybe is a little shy about getting involved in communicating with the prospect? That's one of the shortcomings I've seen in a lot of salespeople in all fields, is their lack of understanding how to communicate effectively. But when you go to that open house, you should be asking yourself, what kind of promise do I want to give to this homeowner? What can they expect from me? And then the next question is, at the end of the day, did I live up to it? You see, your promise is your brand. Your promise is your reputation. Your promise is how you'll build rapport with your clients and your prospects. So while this may seem a little harsh, I think the point I want to make to each and every salesperson, no matter what field you're in, is ask yourself, what is my promise? What am I telling the client I'm going to do? And then at the end of the day, will the client say, he or she performed? I'm happy with what they did, whether I got the sale or didn't get the sale, whether I sold my home or I didn't sell my home. The bottom line is, your reputation, your brand, all hinge on the promises you make, not just to your client, but the promises you make to yourself. So the next time you get prepared to greet a prospect, ask yourself, what am I doing? Am I meeting my promise? Am I treating this in the top levels of the professionalism? What is it I want to get out of this contact? What is it what I'd like to find out about who they are and what they are? Do you go to an open house or a sales meeting prepared with the questions and the answers and the outcome that you hope to get? It all evolves around your promise. So I want you to think long and hard about what your promise is. And then for your benefit, but more importantly for the benefit of your clients, write down what your promise is. Write down what you want your performance to look like. And then ask yourself at the end of the day, did I step up to my promise? Thank you. As usual, those are my thoughts based on my experience, and I'm sticking with them. Have a great day.